Hey guys, it's John from Owl Test Prep with another unofficial guide video. Today we're going to be solving number 12 from the 2017 official guide. That's on page 151 if you want to follow along. So, when Leo imported a certain item, he paid 7% import tax on the portion of the total value of the item in excess of $1,000. If the amount of the import tax that Leo paid was $87.50, what was the total value of the item? So if you haven't tried to solve this on your own yet, go ahead and pause the video, give it a try. Now hopefully you've come up with a solution, and let's get to work. So you could have taken an algebraic approach, and we are going to do a little bit of algebra, but mainly we're going to stick to arithmetic. So there was some amount over $1,000 that he paid taxes on. He paid 7% on that amount, we'll say the excess, and it was $87.50 was that tax. Now, the $1,000 is important, and we need to add that to this excess, but I'd rather solve for the excess than the excess plus 1,000. I can just leave the 1,000 to the side for a moment, and I just need to remember at the end of the problem to add it back after I do my calculation. So bold, underlined, we're not going to forget. Now, obviously, you can't do that on your scratch paper, but I'm kind of trying to help you along to see what my overall thought process is. So somewhere in my cerebellum, there's a bold underline function, and I would have used it for this particular problem so that I would not forget the $1,000. Now, we need 7% of something equals 87.50. And on the GMAT, fractions, easier to work with than decimals because you don't have a calculator at hand. So we'll just write 7% as 7 over 100. So 7 over 100 times the excess is 87.5. Now, we multiply by the reciprocal, doing some basic algebra here. We get the excess equals 87.50 times 100 over 7. And then we multiply 87.50 by 100, moving the decimal twice to the right. And we end up with 87.50 over 7. Not a very nice calculation. 7 is kind of a pain when you're working in base 10, and often you just have to do the long division. There's no nice divisibility rule that works out conveniently. You can find them online, and I encourage you to have all kinds of fun with divisibility rules, but really 7 is not one that you need to know. And so when you run into 7 in a division like this, it's long division time. Everybody hates long division. Even I hate long division. But, think of it as like a trip back to 4th grade, but now it's going to be more fun, right? Because later you can go have a cocktail and, your parents aren't going to yell at you because you can't get it. It's going to be okay. So let's just do it. 7 into 8,750. Now, first step, how many times does 7 go into 8? 1 time. Okay. Well, now we're like 95% of the way there. Because now we know our excess is going to be over 1,000, right? 8,750 divided by 7 is going to be greater than 1,000. And so that greater than 1,000 plus 1,000 means we're going to end up with an answer that's greater than 2,000. So let's get rid of some answers. Right away, we can get rid of A and B. Okay, well that was pretty awesome, right? One step of long division, and we got rid of 2 answers. Maybe if we do another step, we can get rid of some other answers. So let's try it. So 1 times 7 is 7. 8 minus 7 is 1. Bring down the 7. And now we're doing 7 into 17. So how many times does 7 go into 17? I think that's 2 times. And shazam, look at that. We know that it's going to be 1,200 something plus 1,000, which means it's going to be total answer 22 something. Well, there's only one answer with 2 in the 100 spot. So we can get rid of D and E. C is the answer. Awesome, right? So recap, sometimes you're going to have to do these long-winded calculations with lots of steps. And the way to save time is to do one step, check your answers. Do another step, check your answers. Now, I don't know, in some nightmare world, you might have to do all the steps, but I'm willing to bet 99% of the time on the GMAT, you can stop halfway through your calculation and only one of the answers will match up. So try that from now on. I'm going to be doing more of that in upcoming unofficial guide videos. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed yourself, and I look forward to your comments. Thanks.